Episode 30 of Worth the Calories. Yes, we've hit the big 3-0. Just for this first bit, you might hear some dogs crying because, they've disappeared. They're rather hungry because it is dinner time and I've not fed him yet. They will be getting fed very, very shortly. Anyway, for this first one of episode 30, we are doing a bit of a 2-for-1. We've got some new sweet chili chicken meatballs from Aldi. And I've also got some of this high protein fusilli pasta from M&S. So I'm going to do some sort of meatball pasta dish. So I shall be back in about 10 minutes or so when I've created some sort of concoction. And we'll give both of these a review and see if they are worth the calories. I'm back. It's literally took me 11 minutes, but we have got a pasta dish with some sweet chili chicken meatballs. I'll put a picture up. Quite pleased with that in 11 minutes. I have no idea what it tastes like. I've not tasted it at all. I've got a spoon here. No, I haven't. I have tasted one of the pastas, but it was a false tasting. I'll tell you why. I was just testing it to see if it was cooked, and it wasn't. So I literally went out, and it was very al dente. So I took it straight back out, put it back in the pan. So yeah. Now, do you know what? I've made this tomato sauce. I whacked the pasta in, and I was like, I meant to keep one piece free just to taste it to see what it's like compared to make the. Anyway, let's talk about the pasta to start off with. I mean, it's stupidly expensive. And I've got to take that into consideration. So this is £2.50 compared to a normal bag of fusilli pasta, which is like 75p. And you only get 350 grams. And in a normal bag of pasta, you get 500 grams. So this is like, what? Not even double, triple, quadruple, times 5 the cost. It's flipping expensive anyway. Per 100 grams, it is 340 calories, which is roughly the same as what any dried pasta is. And you get 22 grams of protein. My God, hang on. I must have another. I have. Here. We've got a Co-op penne pasta. It's going to give me cooked, innit? No, uncooked, that's lovely. So 100 grams of penne pasta is 354 calories from Co-op. For 11 grams of protein. So this does have double the amount of protein, which is, all right, we'll take that into account. Right, let's try it. I'm going to try and just get a piece. Yeah, it's got a little bit of sauce on, but with no veggies or anything. For me, with protein pasta, it's more about the texture. So, I've cooked it al dente, and for me personally, it's a little bit chewier, I'd say, than normal pasta, but nothing major. This dish is good, by the way. Let's try it with all the veggies and sauce. Love that. It does taste like normal pasta. So, there's no difference between that, for me, and normal pasta. It is ridiculously expensive. I'm going to look at this in a couple of different ways. If you are vegetarian, certainly if you are vegan, I don't even know if this is vegan friendly, I bet it's got egg in it. Pea flour, durum wheat, pea protein isolate. Suitable for vegans, so this is vegan friendly. So if you are plant-based, it is hard to get pasta in. So this might be worth looking at. And again, if you're vegetarian, it's a lot easier than if you're plant-based, but it can be tricky. Meat is the number one source of protein to get high volumes of protein into your body. So vegetarian, maybe worth a look. Vegan, plant-based, definitely worth a look. It is flipping expensive, but I would definitely say, definitely worth a look. So on that count, I'm just going to go, that is worth the calories. Yes, but let's look at it from people that aren't plant-based. So basically you could you could have pasta like this, which is, this might be, if it's got egg in it, it's obviously not. But, obviously you can get normal pastas that aren't protein pastas that are plant-based. But you can add meat to the dish, which would boost the pasta. So for me personally, It does taste like normal pasta, and I actually like it. It's slightly chewier than normal pasta, which for me personally, I like that. Most protein products are a little bit chewier. So I'm gonna. It's a tough one, really. If I wasn't taking cost into account, right? Is it worth the calories? Yes, it is. So it's a bit of a 50-50 on this. I'm going to rate it overall 7.5 out of 10. It's just pasta, really. But it's obviously got that pea flour in it, bit of extra pea protein in it. Vegetarian, worth a look. Vegan, definitely worth a look. Worth the calories, yes. I suppose if I take cost out of it, is it worth the calories? Yes, this is a right on the fence review, isn't it? But for me personally, if you are a meat eater, I wouldn't be wasting 75p for 500 grams, £2.50. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just have normal pasta and just have a bit of extra chicken to bump the protein up. So in that case, it isn't worth the calories. I have no idea where I'm at with that. If you're minted, go for it. So, yeah, you take out that whether it's worth the calories or not. Right, let's get into one of these chicken meatballs. I've possibly slightly overcooked them because they ain't got a lot of fat in them, so they could be a bit chewy. This is the sweet chili chicken meatballs. Succulent sweet. They're not succulent. I think I've overcooked them. But anyway, we won't know that until I bite into them. For 4 meatballs, 154 calories for 18 grams of protein. That is decent. Let's give them a go. Those are tasty little badgers. I have just, if you've obviously got to be careful with stuff like this. I mean, they've not got the lowest amount of fat in, but I have just slightly overcooked them. I've done them for 11 minutes in the air fryer. Yeah, they probably needed 8, to be honest with you. So they're a little bit chewy. That's only because I've overcooked them. Flavour-wise, lovely. Really nice flavour. Good texture. Yeah, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat. Lovely. Yeah, they're good. I'm gonna rate my dish now. Let's get a bit of everything on here. Right, I've got a bit of meatball, a bit of pasta, a bit of... That is blooming lovely. Right, okay. Chicken meatballs from Aldi. Much easier one than the pasta. They are excellent and a really good addition. They've done them there in the picture, like in a kind of more Oriental Asian style thing. I've obviously done them thinking meatballs, done them in a more of an Italian setting. I think they work in both, but how many of them? They're really, really nice actually. I'm going to give them a 7.9 out of 10, worth the calories, 100%. Right, meatballs and pasta have been demolished, and I'm going to go straight into another review. Just in case you want to know, that little dish I created then was 503 calories, 42 grams of protein. I ended up having 6 of the meatballs, half the packet, and 8.2 grams of fibre. Anyway, it's 500 calories. Relatively low lunch for me, so I thought, you know what? I've got a little bit of room. So we're going to go in with an Applied Nutrition protein shake. I don't know if you've seen it. It is out on YouTube now. I have done a little B&M's walk around. And in that walk around, I grabbed this protein shake. In a previous Worth the Calories video, I did grab the white chocolate Applied Nutrition shake. And what caught my eye was 20 grams of protein for about 126 calories. Anyway, this one's virtually the same. 20 grams of protein for 131 calories, which for a pre-made protein shake is fantastic. They're normally 160, 170, 180 for 20 grams of protein. So I've grabbed this one. This is the fudge brownie flavour. Now, the fudge brownie grenade pre-made protein shake, I think is the best pre-made protein shake I've ever had. It is unbelievable. I've not had one for ages, actually. I might have to have a look and grab some. Anyway, let's see what this Applied Nutrition one's like. Am I expecting it to be as good as a grenade one? Absolutely not. But if it is as good as the white chocolate one, I did give that a thumbs up. I did say that was worth the calories. I'll be more than happy. Anyway, let's wash that pasta dish down. So this is going to be over 60 grams of protein for lunch going in. Do we have to give it a smell test? Oh, it smells chocolate. It smells fudge brownie. It smells a bit chocolatey, a bit caramelly. Right. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Very similar to the white chocolate one. It's quite thin. Doesn't have a lot of, not volume. Doesn't have a lot of thickness to it. Not like myself. Yeah, it's quite thin. So I think why I love the grenade one. The grenade one tastes like an indulgent shake. It's absolutely sensational. This has similar flavour, to be honest with you. Not a million miles away. Yeah, it feels more like you're just drinking milk. Yeah. It feels... How to describe it? It feels like a protein shake you've made with powder in a bottle. Does that make sense? Absolutely not, Neil. It's not grainy, by the way. I know some people find that protein powders can be quite sort of, a bit grainy, chalky, powdery, I suppose. That's one of the advantages of pre-made protein shakes. They tend to be, the proteins have a lot of time to dissolve. They tend to be a little bit more, and they're more milk-based, really, as well. Than just having whey protein mixed with water. But yeah, this is all right. Great calorie to protein ratio. Wish it was a bit thicker. I do wish it was a bit thicker, but the flavour's decent. And like I said, the calorie to protein ratio is very, very good. Very good option for a pre-made protein shake. Yeah, decent, like the white chocolate one. Quite happy with that. Should we just finish it off? Done and dusted. Would I buy another one? Yes, I would, and I'd be quite happy to drink it. It's not set my world on fire, but calories, protein, all that taken into consideration. Pretty decent. 7.1 out of 10. Worth the calories. It certainly is. Right, next up on Worth the Calories for this episode, another kind of 2 for 1. So technically this is number 3. But I suppose it is number 4 because we did the 2 things. What did we do for number 1? I can't remember. Oh, what did we do for number 1? Oh, I made the chicken meatballs and pasta. And then we did the ALDI Protein shake. Anyway, grab this in Tesco. Petit Pois and ham hock soup. Following on from, Aldi brought out a pea and ham soup. And it was belting. It was a really good soup. And it was high in protein and volume, because you're getting a full tub, which is what we want, and fibre, because it's got peas in it, so it's triple threat, tick, tick, tick. Anyway, that stopped in Aldi. It has recently come back, but I did grab one in Asda, which was good. That had a bit of a mint tang to it, so if you don't like mint, it wouldn't have been for you, but pea and mint does go together. Anyway, I spotted this one. The history of pea and ham soup on Worth the Calories. Anyway, spotted this one in Tesco, and this is the highest protein one of them all. 600 gram tub, so great big tub of soup. For the whole tub, it's 310 calories, which is going to give you 30 grams of protein, 20 grams of fibre, and over half a kilogram of food. Right, let's ping this in the microwave, and then we'll talk about the second thing for this 2 for 1 review. Right, the soup is microwaving. The second thing, we can't have soup without bread. In this case, I'm going to have some toast. I was in Tesco, obviously getting that soup, and the big Tesco at Blackpool is normally so reliable on getting Jason's protein sourdough, and they didn't have any. So I grabbed one that I've never had before, which is the Majestic Malted Sourdough. 100 grams of this is 255 calories, 9.3 grams of protein, and 3.6 grams of fibre, which is pretty damn decent. So, I'm just moving because I've got loads of bits of bread. I'm going to have 100 grams of this. Let's get the old scales out. Let's give the malted Majestic number, is that a 6 or a 9? I think it's number 6. Jason's sourdough. Oh, God, that smells so good. That smells so good. Please weigh 100 grams because that's what I've got in calories. I kid you not. I've just put those pieces on. I'm going to have to prove it. I'm going to have to prove it. No, I didn't, Neil. Right, we're going to have to prove it. I want them to weigh 100 grams and they weigh 101. We're taking that. That is a victory. Right, let's get these in the toaster. Sweets in the microwave, bread in the toaster, and let's have some lunch. Right, we have our soup. And we have our lovely bit of malted sourdough. Well, say lovely bit. I don't know yet. Right, I need a spoon. Let's go in with the soup first. This is one thick badger. It is really thick. It's basically like mushy peas. And trust me, I am more than all right with that. And you get so... I'm actually regretting microwaving the whole tub. This is my dinner. It works out with everything about 670 calories, something like that. So it fits in with my calorie allowance fine. But yeah, I didn't need the whole tub. Half, I think, would have been fine. And maybe have had some at aisle afterwards. Anyway, I'm going to eat the whole tub. Right, let's give it a go. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, really, really good. It's a bit sweeter, I think, than the Aldi one, but I assume that's because it's Petit Pois. Petit Pois are a little bit sweeter than normal garden peas. So it's Petit Pois with ham hock. And I'm all right with that. It's just a very nice pea and ham soup that's got a lot of protein in it and a lot of fibre in it. There's not much more I can say. Is it better than the Aldi one in terms of taste? Probably just on a par. Has a little tinge of heat to it. Just a tinge. Which again, I am more than all right with. It's a tasty one, this. I'm going to more than happily work my way through most of this bowl. I have no idea if I'm going to eat it. Right, let's get on to the toast. Anyway, I'm going to give the soup 7.5 out of 10. Worth the calories. Yes, definitely. Right, let's go in with this bread. Now, this little section here has no butter on it. This section here does have butter on it. So good. Oh. It's not a million miles away from the rye bread I had in the last post, but more bread-like. The rye bread's very dry, very dense. This has obviously got a bit more of a bread-like texture. And of course, we're going to have to dip it in the soup. Oh, now that. Jason's Malted Sourdough, 8.5 out of 10. Worth the calories, 100%. As a combination, top tier. Is that worth the calories? Yeah, it is. Last up for this episode of Worth the Calories. Technically, this is probably number 27 for this one because we've done a few 2-for-1s, but no. Well, this is a 3-for-1, if I'm being honest with you. We've got the new sort of snacking eat and go kebab range from Aldi. Chinese style skewers with sweet chili dip, and then we've got roast chicken flavoured kebabs with Caesar dip, and then we've got Greek style kebabs with tzatziki dip. It doesn't actually say what meat's in either of them. No, that is chicken. Yeah, that's also chicken. They're all chicken. They're all chicken. Chicken everywhere. When I first saw these, I dismissed them. I actually talked about them on an Aldi shopping vlog I did, and I was kind of like, they're a bit rubbish them in terms of calorie protein, but having a closer look, they're definitely actually better than I first thought, and the calories also include the dip, which is obviously not going to have any protein in it, and it's up to you whether you eat all the dip or not. Anyway, we'll go in order. Lowest, medium, highest protein is the Greek one. So we'll go in order and we'll see what's what. So Chinese style skewers, you'll see, I've had stuff like this all, I think this one's quite a common one these little sort of skewery things with your sweet chili dip. Let's try them straight away. That chili sauce is really, really nice. Now, I've made a balls up here because I've not talked about calories. Luckily, it's on the front. I thought it was going to be like, what's going on? Anyway, so for half a pack is 111 calories. Full pack, 222. For 6.7 grams of protein for half the pack. So 13 grams of protein. So, yeah, they ain't got a kick. These have got the least amount of protein. But you know what? For a grab on the go, it's not terrible, and they're a decent sized portion. The nice, like I say, skewers like this are really, really common, aren't they? That sweet chili, that's really good. That's a really good sweet chili sauce. Right, very standard skewers. The protein to calorie ratio, or calorie to protein ratio, is a little bit suspect, but they're still really, really nice. Like I say, if you're out and about and you need a quick snack, I'd much rather you go for something like that than obviously grabbing a bag of crisps or a Mars bar. They are going to be a bit more filling. That is going to get. I'm going to go one after the other. That is going to get right on the fence. 7 out of 10 worth of calories. Yeah. All right, let's go for these roast chicken kebabs. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. Because I love Caesar dressing. Right, so they're kind of like a little sort of chicken sausage. It's all reformed. Look, I'm not saying it's the best quality in the world, and I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing in the world. But anyway, let's get in there. Half pack of these, 117 calories, so times that by 234 for 17 grams of protein. Not bad, considering that includes a creamy dip. But you know what? I'm not a massive fan of that dip. The chicken's all right. Like I say, it's just like a normal kind of very standard deli counter, chickeny thing. But I'm not a fan of that Caesar dip. It's quite vinegary. Maybe it's just because it's not, I've never really had Caesar dressing before unless it's sort of spread out on a bit of lettuce with a bit of Parmesan. Maybe it just all works together. But, yeah, not a fan of the dip, if I'm being honest with you. And that's part of it. The chicken bits are nice. They're quite tasty. Yeah, just because I'm not a massive fan of that dip, I'm going to give that, it's not terrible, 6.5 out of 10. And for me, that one, not worth it. I'd rather have a bit less protein and have the Chinese style ones. Anyway, from social media, people have said these are the best ones. That seems to be the general consensus. Greek style kebabs, chicken again, if we can call it chicken. Like I say, I'm not saying it's the best quality in the world. Let's give one of these a go and some tzatziki. So I'll give you calories to this first before I tuck in. So this is the best in terms of calorie to protein ratio. 206 calories for the whole pack. And that's packing you nearly 19 grams of protein. So we're very, very close to that 10 calorie to 1 gram of protein ratio that everyone absolutely loves. Anyway, let's get at it. Again, I don't like that dip. It's quite sour. It's a bit very artificial, which you can be like, Neil, they look pretty damn artificial to me. It's that dip. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna. Everyone says this is the best one. I'm going to try it out. The sweet chili in this China. ALDI. I'll just put the sweet chili dip with all of them. Oh, really good. Well, Yeah, it's got the best calorie to protein ratio, but again, I think that dip's a bit rank. Not into it at all. Shame that as well, because for a grab on the go snack, 200 calories for nearly 19 grams of protein, they're a belter. But yeah, not for me. So that is another, just because of that dip, and you know, got to judge the whole dish. 5 out of 10. Right, that's it. I feel like we're finishing on a bit of a low there. I was really looking forward to them. The one with the worst protein to calorie ratio is the best out of the 3. And you know what? The Chinese chicken skewers with sweet chili dip is nothing new. They are available in pretty much every supermarket. Anyway, there we go. As always, let me know in the comments if there's anything there you're looking forward to trying, or if you have tried, do you agree with me? You might have tried the Greek kebabs and thought, that dip was sensational, Neil. You do not know what you're talking about, Chief. Anyway, yeah, that's it for another episode of Worth the Calories. So yeah, as always, until next time, whatever you're doing, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.